All right, so we got what if a different Loyalist Primarch return instead of G-Thug? Let's go.
G'day guys and gal.
Wow.
Guilliman returning when he did was pretty clutch for the Imperium. Like if he didn't come back when he did, Terror would have fallen to a Khornite invasion
GG's.
and the Imperium would have been massacred from all sides. While the big blue man is universally recognized as arguably the greatest choice of Loyalist Primarch to return in terms of everything not going to shit,
Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. Oh my god, y'all, I got like this, oh my goodness, y'all. I got like this the screen to my right, and it's showing like different cards and stuff like that. I usually like have this screen like, you know, to the side of me, not to motivate me, but like it just shows that like, oh, like there's more out of there. Y'all, I just seen like this rainbow Tesla. It was crazy. But listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. As a Vulcan, you know, as a Vulcan's #1 fan, I would say that G-Thug coming back was like the best decision. I'll admit it. Okay, I'll admit it. As long as it wasn't the Lion, you know, then we're good.
does beg the question, what if one of his other Loyalist brothers returned instead of him? Would they have been able to save Terra from Khorne, initiate the Indomitus Crusade, and put the Imperium back on track as the dominant force in the galaxy? Or would they have failed to adapt to the horrors of 40k, giving mankind one last boost before being forever crushed? Before we get started, summer is upon me and like 5% of you as well, but we're all in this together.
All right, here we go.
The cool thing about the Lion's return is that it actually has already happened, so we literally know exactly what he would do as he literally did it. However, the Lion woke up on the shithole side of the galaxy and had no clear path to terror, hence he took upon the role of protector and immediately went around to local worlds.
Yo, listen, it's not like I hate the Lion, it's just like, bro, like... listen. Again, I don't... Oh my goodness, I've just seen the most beautiful Corvette ever. But like I said, man, it's not like that I don't like the Lion or whatever, bro. It's just... Am I a little jealous of him? A little bit. Like, do I envy him a little bit? Maybe. You know, I kind of was Vulcan. Like, yo, I kind of was Vulcan had the same opportunities that the Lion did. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm a little jealous.
Saving them from chaos invasions, gathering his fallen, now risen Dark Angels to him, and clapping a spicy Chaos Lord. Basically, he declared his entire purpose to be the protection of the Imperium and the destruction of chaos. In Guilliman's shoes, he probably would do a lot of the same thing, as he was a highly organized, tactically and logistically brilliant Primarch. The defense of terror against Khorne, the purging of the High Lords, and the reclamation of Imperium Sanctus via the Indomitus Crusade would all be very realistic for the Lion to achieve. There's also a very real chance he would wield both the Emperor's sword and shield, making him a fucking beast. If he fought Mortarion instead of Guilliman, he probably would have straight up won, as he literally kicked a juiced up Angron's ass recently. Overall, the story would follow a similar path, with slightly less logistics and a fair bit more ass kicking.
He beat a cracked Angron? He did that? Congratulations!
Jaghatai Khan returning instead of Guilliman would be pretty fucking rogue, not gonna lie. The White Scars are not a big chapter, nor do they have many successes, with the Khan never really been seen as much as a legendary hero of old as his brothers like Sanguinius the Lion or Guilliman. He would save Terra from Khorne, but he would have really no interest in reforming the High Lords or undertaking the mother of all logistical tasks in the form of the Indomitus Crusade. Since the Khan has also likely been a prisoner in the Webway during the last 10,000 years, he also wouldn't have had this massive character arc or power up. Most likely he would quickly strike out, attacking Chaos Force after Chaos Force and helping to slowly push them back and reclaim Imperium Sanctus. However, it would take—
basically he wouldn't be built for it. Like, he's built for it, but at the same time, he's not like, you know, he's not really like, you know, built for it. Like, he's not like Vulcan. Like, you know, if that makes sense, you know?
Him a lot longer than Guilliman and may fall apart when Mortarion attacks Ultramar. Obviously, Jaghatai would go fight him due to their old rivalry, which would leave Imperium Sanctus once again in turmoil. With the arrival of the Silent King and High Fleet Leviathan, the Khan would be overwhelmed and the Imperium would most likely fall.
See?
Russ would be a spicy one to return, especially since the Russ we knew and sometimes loved and sometimes hated would be very different from the Russ who had just spent 10,000 years wandering the warp and lamenting his mistakes. He also may have gone down the path of Corax, embracing his inner warp power and becoming an absolute juggernaut. Khorne would have no chance on Terra with Russ there. Russ would also be quite impatient to strike out at the traitors, but would know that he couldn't just fucking send it straight away. As such, he would gather his own smaller version of the Indomitus Crusade and would likely purge the High Lords due to easily sensing their ambition and unreliability.
Oh, wow.
Then he would storm forth in a tide of claws and fang, massacring the tits out of the chaotic force and Imperium Sanctus. Russ is also a significantly better fighter than Guilliman, so he would be able to take down Mortarion and Magnus. The lack of logistical prowess would be made up in sheer ferocity, however it's unclear if that ferocity would be enough for when Leviathan and the Silent King arrived. Russ would definitely take a more hands-on approach to the battles. Most likely he would try and confront and kill Abaddon directly, something he wouldn't have much issue with. Overall, this actually could work out, especially if he holds on long enough for the line to return and manage the more logistical macro part of reconquering a galaxy. Now for Rogal Dorn, ooh-wee, this would be a cranky boy to return and actually a pretty awesome Primarch for the Imperium.
Rogal, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but like his style's a little like, I don't know, it's kind of like Reese Puffs-ish. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Like this cap right here, I don't know, bro. This cap's a little off. Oh, bro, speaking of caps off and stuff like that, yo. The Until Dawn movie's coming out later this month, so we got some Until Dawn videos dropping later next week, whenever the game, comes out. Obviously, W marketing, A1 marketing. But just wanted to show you guys, because obviously in Until Dawn, their caps really do be coming off, bro. Yeah. If you ever play Until Dawn, you know what I'm talking about. It gets nasty up in there, bro. Those Wendigos are absolutely disgusting, bro. Menacing. Bro, caps really do be coming off, bro. No markers. I'm not talking about markers. I'm talking about, bro, other caps, bro. Other caps, okay? So, just looking out, just A1 marketing, A1 promoting, if you will, but,
Khorne has had his ups and downs, learning from each. Overall, his organizational prowess was very similar to Guilliman's, as Rogal was technically in command of the Imperium's armies during the Horus Heresy.
Rogal Dorn, he got too much on. Does that make sense? He got 11 layers on. Yo, chill out. Take some off, yo. Hey, bro, can he breathe? Brother.
Saving Terra, he would embark on his own crusade, one that would be slightly slower, but would result in a shit ton more consolidation. He would look at the Imperium Sanctus as one big fortress and begin plugging the gaps, putting a lot of emphasis on worlds like Vigilus in order to keep the pathway through the Great Rift open. Rogal would also have more success fighting against his traitor brothers, as he killed Alpharius and spanked Fulgrim's demonic ass. He all round just doesn't take shit from his fuckhead faithless brothers. Okay. So overall, Rogal would be just as positive, if not slightly more so than Guilliman, as the returning Primarch. I'm not going to get into the logistics of Sanguinius' return or resurrection, since we literally just saw him beaten to death like a—
Hey, y'all know, listen, y'all know us. We like Sanguinius now. Sanguinius is our boy now, so from now on, there will be no more slander, no more nothing. Sanguinius is our boy now.
Misbehaving dog before his body started getting teabagged by demons. However, if he did come back, hell would have no fury like a returned golden angel. Sanguinius was never the most tactically brilliant or logistically god-tier Primarch. Overall, his primary strategy was just to fucking deep strike the enemy's tits off and call it a day. A tactic that would continually work fantastically over the course of Sanguinius' life. Also, we gotta remember that Sanguinius' last memory would have been Horus's big-ass mace crushing his balls, so he'd probably be a bit worked up. Thus, after turbo fucking the armies of Khorne to death and spanking Magnus so hard that his face looked white in comparison to his ass, Sanguinius would strike out into the galaxy. However, he wouldn't be this mindless idiot. He would delegate the logistics to various other brilliant people, purging the High Lords in the process. He would use his foresight to direct him and his forces to exactly where they needed to be, constantly ambushing and intercepting chaotic forces. By this point, Sanguinius would be a little god of war. After all, it was confirmed in the most recent Horus Heresy book that Sanguinius was the most powerful Primarch if you don't include Chaos buffs. He literally beat Horus until Horus went Chaos God mode.
That's true. That is true. Hey, he did give Horus the beats. Yo, let's not forget this. He did give Horus the beats until, Horus had to put that juice in him, and then he kind of cheated. But yo, Sanguinius, he really gave him the beats. Let's not forget that. Hey, hey, Sanguinius, I'm gonna keep it real. You've gained even more respect from your boy. More respect.
Thus, Sanguinius would tear
beats.
through chaos, constantly targeting their lords and traitor Primarch brothers. The galaxy would run red with the blood of traitors until every speck of heresy would be annihilated. Also, good luck Leviathan. Imagine Sanguinius against the Nids. He would fucking decimate them.
Facts.
As a side note,
Facts.
the Silent King claimed that he and
Bro, it would look like a damn... man, it would look like Kratos going crazy on random people in Greece. Hey, y'all remember like back in the day in like the old God of Wars, whenever you'll just like take random people, like, bro, hey, you'll just kill random, like, you know, like level 1 enemies just for like their red orbs. Hey, bro, that's what it'll look like, bro. He'll go absolutely stupid, bro. He'll go crazy, bro.
Thingy were buddies. Could be a lie, but also, if true, would definitely help with that whole Necron situation the Imperium has. Although what we saw of Ferrus Manus was a hot-headed idiot who thought he could beat any problem to death with his bare hands, he was universally lauded as one of the most reliable and militarily powerful Primarchs. Horus said that if he had Ferrus by his side, the heresy would have been a breeze, whilst Guilliman named Ferrus as one of his most dependable and powerful Primarch brothers. Thus, a returned Ferrus would actually be quite good for the Imperium, but in an interesting way. Straight up, he would go full engine of war mode, declaring galaxy-wide martial law and massively bolstering arms production, as well as inventing new fucked up weapons to use against chaos. He would then lead his Crusade of Iron, an unstoppable tide of metal and vengeance that would clear Imperium Sanctus and fortify it against the enemy. His interactions with the Necrons would also be interesting, as it would even—
Yo, chill out. Bro, you already bulky enough? He got like 8 arms. Yo, chill. Yo, chill. Yo. What's his name from Spider-Man? Yo, Dr. Ock, whatever his name is. Yo, chill out. Bro, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bro, like he just went into an arcade and just pulled like the arms from the little claw thing. Yo, what is he doing? Man, you already got like 8 arms. Chill out.
lead to him embracing the power of his silver necrodermis arms in this
more?
time of desperate need, or rejecting them and having them removed, proving the strength of flesh and potentially even unlocking his true potential. Overall, I do think Ferrus could hold the Imperium together to a similar standard as Guilliman. Vulcan's return would be an interesting one. He was never known as the logistical military commander that some of his brothers were, but he was wildly powerful in other ways. First off, you literally cannot beat him, and was able to clap Demon Primarch.
You can't beat him. This is coming from the words of Majorkill himself. You can't beat him. He's undefeated. He's number 1. He's the greatest of all time. He's unanimous. He is the one. He is the GOAT. You can't beat him. Look at this, bro. Oh my goodness, bro. Look at the armor. Look at the armor. Yo, you name somebody that got better drip than him. I'll wait. I'll wait. Name somebody who has better drip than him. You can't. Look at this green and gold. Looking like the Green Bay Packers mask. Look at this, bro. Look at the diamonds on him. Look, bro. Oh my goodness, bro. You can't beat him. It doesn't matter who you are or what you do, bro. Bro, you can drop 20 bombs on him. Guess what? He's surviving, bro. Listen, bro. He's walking through the bombs, bro, like these. Bro. He's walking through the smoke and every step he takes, bro, the smoke automatically moves out the way. That's how much aura he has. He's walking like these. One arm in front of the other like Goku. Bro, you can't beat him. You can't beat him. He's the greatest of all time.
In a duel, and secondly, he can build the most fuck-off war crimey shit ever. He used to have a collection of stuff he had built that was so overpowered that he ordered it destroyed by like 5 things.
Bro, he created it. He created all these amazing, just cracked out weapons. And he was like, man, these things is too powerful, man. Yo, get rid of them. This is what he said.
Those 5 things became the artifacts of Vulcan and are extremely powerful in their own right.
Amazing,
so imagine if he just came out and built a new collection of shit and handed it out to his commanders. Mega ships, pistols that could one-shot titans, armor that makes you indestructible, a flamethrower that makes you gay in the 3 seconds before you turn to ash. You know, just overpowered shit. Vulcan has a lot of compassion, but don't mistake that for weakness. He would—
Hey, listen, just because he's a nice guy, humanitarian, whatever you, bro, that long word that starts with human, that word, just because he's that word, does not mean that he won't really come through, bro, really tear everything apart. He's really the GOAT.
Strike out in a mega ship of his own design and bring the wrath of Nocturne upon the traitors. His crusade wouldn't be as impressive as Guilliman's, but it would still be effective in reclaiming Imperium Sanctus. Vulcan would perform a bit better than Russ, especially if he decided to go full Sen mode and create fuck tons of overpowered weapons for the Imperium. However, he would need to hold out until the Lions return to be able to save the Imperium from Tyranids and the Necrons. The logistical nightmare of the current setting being too much for our humble blacksmith. And finally, we have Corvus Corax. Low-key, despite Corax being one of the most powerful Primarchs in the setting right now due to him embracing
and die.
His inner war power, he would probably be one of the most useless of the returned Primarchs. The thing is, the Imperium doesn't need a hectic duelist. It needs someone with the ability to organize it after being smashed into shambles by the opening of the Great Rift. Corvus could always win the battle, but was never best at winning the war. Sure, he would save Terra, and sure, he would be a fucking nightmare on the battlefield, winning any battle he fought upon, but I just can't imagine Corvus reorganizing the Imperium, creating the Indomitus Crusade, and then reclaiming Imperium Sanctus. He was one of the most specialized Primarchs, the master of stealth and hit and runs. The only chance the Imperium would have is if Corvus could delegate the logistics to some brilliant people, build a sizable fleet to reclaim and hold Sanctus, while he personally led special missions to attack key areas, such as taking down Chaos Lords, Chaos Primarchs, or sabotaging an enemy supply point. He literally wouldn't even be part of his own Indomitus Crusade. Corvus would be a fantastic second Primarch to return, G-Man or the Lion dealing with the big picture, while he would systematically strike out and assassinate Chaos Lords, winning wars before they were even started, but he just wouldn't be a good choice for trying to govern the Imperium itself. Still probably a better choice to return than Jaghatai, purely due to how much of a beast he would be in his warp form on the battlefield, but definitely not the pick of choice. So overall, the Lion, Rogal, Ferrus would be on par with G-Man, Leman, Vulcan and Sanguinius would be a bit less ideal, and then Jaghatai and Corvus would have a pretty rough time. If you enjoyed the video and you want to support—
shout out to our boy Majorkill, man. Obviously, let's be real. Like, you know, in the perfect world, bro, Vulcan's really coming through and just saving the day like Superman. No lie, yo. Other than that, man, comment down below what y'all think about this one. And next, comment down below who is your favorite Primarch. Y'all know mine. I don't even got to say his name. The greatest of all time, the GOAT, the one and only, the unanimous of all animus. You know, just the greatest of all time, man. If y'all guys did enjoy, I say if you guys did enjoy the video, man, make sure y'all like the video, subscribe to the channel, man. Thank y'all so much for watching the videos and watching me react to this stuff, man. I never thought I'd ever, you know, have people watch me, you know, react to like Warhammer stuff. It's crazy that that's even like a thing, but shout out to y'all, man. Really appreciate it. I'm gonna see y'all later for the next one out. And bro, we're that close to 8,000 subscribers. I believe we're like what, 40 something. I think we're like what, 40. We're like 43 subscribers away from 8,000. I never would have thought I ever seen 8,000 under my name ever. So that's crazy. If y'all could definitely make that happen for me, that would mean the world, man. Really appreciate it, man. I'm gonna see y'all later for the next one. I'm out. Bye, everyone.